All right, I'm going to call to order this work session. The Monroe County Board of Commissioners, I will note that I encourage people to make comment at the City Council meeting tonight, but it's not clear that they will be accepting comment at the meeting tonight. So I recommend that you call or email the members of the City Council if you have comments. They may take public comment, but they may not. So this is, I apologize for that. I misread their agenda. So with that, we have two items. First, we will have Building Commissioner, Mr. LaRue. Good morning.
Good morning, Bobby LaRue with the Building Department. The item here today is relating to historic migration of data that the Building Department holds for permits that are active under now kind of defunct permitting software by Franklin Information Systems. We have referred to it as BDS over the years. So this migration of data will allow these files, these records to be moved into the OpenGov system and will allow us to continue to renew and use these files in a more effective way, allows the public to view what's happening with their permits as well, and saves a lot of time in kind of manually migrating these or asking the public to come in and resubmit documents and drawings that they would have had submitted to achieve the original permits. So this is with OpenGov, contract with OpenGov.
Excellent. Thank you so much. Comments, questions?
Well, seems like a relatively small cost for a lot of time saving.
Yeah, it's very affordable and they can do this quickly.
They can get started in the middle of next month.
Mid-May, yeah, it looks like start date 5/15. Okay.
I don't think this is a large project for them. I think this should be done fairly quickly, and so we can get these files usable again.
Excellent. And this is going to be paid for out of the building departments?
Yes, we have some funds that are in our budget for maintenance of the BDS system. It seems perfect fit for what we're trying to do. Excellent.
I'm going to go ahead and make a motion that we approve this to be ratified next week to approve the OpenGov Inc. quote for data migration for the building department. Second. And it is a total cost of $6,475. And let's see if there's any public comment on this item.
I would just note that since this is kind of a continuing a current project, that it wouldn't necessarily have to be ratified
Awesome.
under
That's
our
a good
philosophy.
point. Thank you. Yeah, because OpenGov. Thank
Yes.
you. Yeah. So what was I thinking? I'm going to revise my motion to remove the ratification issue.
And we should mention that it's County General for the fund name, and the fund number is 1000-311100-00312.
Yes. All right. So we've cobbled together a motion and we have a second on that motion with a fund name, fund number, and a total amount and no need to ratify. And again, calling for public comment on this item. Raise your hand on the Zoom screen or come up to the podium. All right, seeing none. All those in favor of approving the extended, I guess, contract with OpenGov Inc. For the building department to migrate data, signify by saying aye. Aye. Motion carries 2-0. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Okay, now we have Ms. Nestor-Jelen here to tell us about ZOA-21-11.
Okay.
Good morning again. Thank you for waiting.
Morning.
Thanks for your patience.
Yes. Glad to hear about the data migration. That's wonderful. So this is a text amendment for chapter 801 to definitions. This is coinciding with the text amendment that you just approved a few minutes ago for chapter 815. Now we're just updating chapter 801 definitions so that when people go to 815, which is site plan, and they have a question of what is a plot plan, they can find the definition under the right chapter, which is 801. So the changes that we've made that are in the packet for you include changes to amending the change in use definition as well. Prior to, or what's currently in the ordinance is a somewhat complicated table determining whether something is actually a change in use based on its intensity. And that table isn't necessarily relevant anymore. Some of the uses are missing. Some of the uses that are in there aren't helpful. So we've gone ahead and revised that and just said, if you're changing your use from one use to another use, it's a change in use. And we also clarified that for bedrooms that are being changed, the number of bedrooms are being changed. It's relating back to the status quo of the property report card. So that's what the assessors and auditor's office will keep updated on the Elevate GIS software. So that's what we're referring to when we say bedroom count. That's the main status quo that we're checking against. And then we've added definitions for site plan, plot plan, structure, comma, commercial, structure, comma, residential, and structure, comma, residential accessory. And we put the word structure first so that those three terms will show up right next to each other and you can compare those fairly quickly in 801. So I'm happy to run through any of these. If you have any questions, I can go through them more specifically.
I have a question that came up after, how many times, plan commission meeting? Just in reviewing the definition for plot plan.
Okay.
I'm wondering if it needs to be revised for clarity. Because it says a scale drawing that may be certified by an architect, engineer, or surveyor.
Yes, so the last sentence of that definition, it says see specific certification and component requirements under 815. So because we have both the scale drawing and the certified plot plan drawing, I'm not sure if we wanted to add two separate definitions, one scaled and one certified. So that was something that we also thought might cause a little bit of confusion, but we wanted to make sure that we could incorporate both in there.
Yeah, no, I hear that. And I know we've talked about this. I guess I'm just maybe certified, which means it doesn't have to be certified.
And I still have, I think, the other version up that I can pull up as well.
Yeah.
That we can go
I'm
back and
sticking on
forth
it
to.
in a way I haven't stuck on it before. You know, sometimes when you read something for the 10th time, you go, wait, what?
Yep.
Another way to read it, another way to look at it.
So under the amendments here, we have what I would be referring people to is that definition to say this is what a plot plan is and this is how it's different than a site plan. And then also the applicability under this table of what was just approved. So it requires certified plot plan for any of the new principal use structures, but the other section is scale drawing based on the type of construction and the use.
Right. So is there any, do you see where I'm going with this?
Yeah, and when I look at page 33 of what it is, I would have thought that scale drawing would have been defined also. And it's not in there as a definition.
So you'd like to add in a certified plot plan and then just keep a regular plot plan, scaled plot plan drawing definition? Is that what I'm hearing?
Well, I'm not as familiar with this as either of the two of you.
Well, I think her point is, I think that on page 33 of chapter 801, there isn't a definition for scaled.
Right.
and of course, this is all stopgap, right? This is all until we get,
The new zone,
Yeah.
CDO in
Yeah.
place,
Yeah.
so, I mean, how,
Trying to go back up to
I
plot.
get what you're saying. It's something I hadn't really thought about either. Huh. Well, let's, whatever we do, if we make any changes, it goes back to the plan commission. So just FYI. So it may be useful, I'm thinking, because we do need to update this. I mean, but it's not urgent, right? I mean, it would be good to do it, but it's not urgent.
Yep.
So how about if we put a 2-week time to bring it to us, and then in the meantime, we can talk via email. I can send you an email and.
Yeah, we can coordinate maybe with Dave Schilling.
Yeah, I
behind the
think
scenes
that's,
and just make sure.
yeah, I think that's where I'm going. And so maybe if Mr. Schilling wants to talk through this, he can be here at our work session next week, and then we can hear it on the 11th,
Sure.
maybe?
Yeah, we
Would
have a
that
lot
work?
more time
Yeah.
on this one. This one was just approved in April, actually. So
Yeah,
I
it
think
was-
this is
yeah.
got a full 90 days from 2
Yeah,
weeks ago.
Yeah,
So
so we
sure.
have time. But maybe that would be useful to have,
Okay.
just kind of throw our questions to Dave for now, and then maybe have him come next week if he can, and,
Okay,
or at some work session, and then we can hear it on our final agenda.
okay. So do you think work session on May 4th, or do you want
Sure.
to do work session
Yeah,
on May
if-
11th? Okay,
If he's available, that'd be great.
okay,
Yeah,
I'll
if
get
you're
it on the
available, he's
calendar.
available, that'd be great. Yeah.
sounds good.
I think that would be valuable.
It's fine.
Yeah.
I guess I'm trying to say, okay, if I'm somebody who lives in the county and wanting to build something and you refer to a scale drawing, I want to know how you define that.
Mhm,
That's all. And so,
Yeah.
and how that differs from a certified plot plan.
mhm.
Yeah, and I think it's really the way to think about it, because that's who uses the definitions, most often, especially in these circumstances, so. And since it's not urgent, I think this will be good to have Dave in on the conversation about it.
Okay.
It'd be great. Thank you so much.
Yep, thank you.
Right. Is there anyone else who has an item for our agenda? Ms. Purdy, did you have something for us? Oh, okay. Mr. Cockrell?
I don't think so.
Excellent. All right. I apologize for encouraging people to attend tonight's council meeting, but you might want to anyway. But anyway, I do apologize for that. And I will say that at this point, we are adjourned.
Well, but if there are amendments to tonight at the city council meeting, I would expect that members of the public can comment
Yes.
on that.
On amendments. Yeah. Thank you so much. We are adjourned.